something. They said I was trying to touch you. What, baby? Come on, hey, bring this bitch ass. Hey, yo. So what's going on, man? I'm hearing things. Been all right, man? I ain't eating.
Bitch, I stay ready. Hakayan, stand firm in this truth. I'm not the Zab. To be truthful, I ain't shit. These niggas easy to not shoot the K. Shells hit the ground, sound like loose change. You ain't in the school, niggas fool gaze. Get blitz. I can tell these niggas weak under they bitch. I can tell that we ain't got the same spirit. I just asked to serve the Lord, just came with it. You don't come to class, you on out.
His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself what happened if I got. Look, my baby's in.
All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom y'all, Shalom Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding Journey Hannah. I'm not sure. I'm kind of having some issues with the live. I don't know if you can hear me. Just put a one in the chat if you could, Baba Kashah. I think we're good now though. You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah. Tonight is a scripture breakdown class. Zakar, you 12 over there? You good? All right. That's fine, Christ. All right. So, man. So okay. So today, man, we're gonna be getting into, you know what I'm saying, you know, war. All right. Right now, we're seeing so many things that's going on in the earth right now. We're seeing the brink of World War III. You understand? However, what is the war that you got to fight daily? That war, you understand, is a spiritual war that begins with you. Okay? World War III begins with you. That fight, the Battle of Armageddon, it all starts with you. The battle of, you understand, the demons or the world that you have to battle. The old you, the old man, the trauma from your childhood, the pain from your, you know, from growing up, the culture that you inherited from our oppressor. These things, these battles, you must constantly fight. The fight is going to have to start with you, though. That's where the fight is going to start. The fight is going to start with you. You have to battle, you know, whatever demons you might be battling. You got brothers out there who's battling cigarettes right now. You got brothers out there who's battling the weed demons, brothers that's battling the lust demon, sisters and, you know, battling lust demons. You got all these demons that you must fight, and they start with you, going within yourself. Okay, that's why I talk about. You know, some brothers might have heard me talk about, like, I give the analogy of the butterfly. You understand? Consider the butterfly. The butterfly. You understand? You see the butterfly. You know, he's a caterpillar. Before he becomes a butterfly, he's a caterpillar. You understand? He's just living his life and doing it. You know, eating little leaves or whatever. He's in the world per se. You understand? But then eventually he has to go within himself and fight that battle. You understand? That battle that's in your head. Nobody can be in your head with you to help you fight. You understand? You got to fight that battle. It's a war within you. And when you fight that battle and you win, and then you can, you know, you become a new creature like the butterfly. You put on a new garment like the butterfly, a new spirit like the butterfly. You understand? That should be you. That's where the war begins. It begins with you, going within yourself and doing that battle, man. If I could, let me get up Matthew 5:27. If I could, Bible shot. All right? Because Christ, you know, we have the law. Christ, you know, the Lord gave us the law, right? The law of Moses. You receive the law. You know what to do. You know what not to do. But when Christ came, he raised the stakes. How did he raise the stakes? He told you the battle begins with your mind. We'll show you two in your scripture, if you could, Bible shot.
Our God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard them. Like, ye have heard that it was
said. Oh,
so
like, you got the mic? I think you got the mic on, right? Check the mic, see if it works. See, is it on? One sec, y'all. Let me get the brother right. Let me get the brother right. Check it again. The mic on? Right. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right. He said, you have heard from old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. So we know Christ is talking about adultery right now. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 28.
So, like, real quick, what is adultery? Just to make sure everybody understands. What is adultery? Go ahead.
Slightly, sir. I believe it's in the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. It says that adultery is when a married woman sleeps with another man who is not her husband.
Right.
Or a man sleeps with a woman who is not his wife.
That's exactly right. You understand? When you go and lay with another man's wife, that's committing adultery. When a woman who is married, who has a husband, when she goes and lays with another man, she's committing adultery. But a man can have multiple wives. You understand? You just can't be lusting or going after another married woman. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery.
He said, what? Read that one more time.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery.
If you look at a woman and lust after a married woman, if you look at a married woman to lust after her, you've committed adultery already. Why is he saying this? He's telling you in your mind, when you start to think of sin and simple things, and you begin to lust or to imagine it in your mind, you allow this imagination or this lascivious mindset take over your mind. Therefore, he's telling you before you commit an act, it starts in your mind. So what should you do first? You have to battle in your mind. You got to battle these demons in your mind before it starts. You understand? And really, it can go deeper than that. I'm gonna tell you this: it can go deeper than that because a lot of the demons, just like we just said earlier, a lot of the demons that you battle right now, let's say it like this: it conceived as a young man or a young woman. The demon found his way into your mind at a young age. You understand? Or at some time in your adolescence or as you were growing up, this is where you inherited the demon. You understand? So the battle goes you have to go within yourself, and you got to find out. You should find out where the demon came from, first and foremost. Going within your mind and going within your spirit and going to your past and fighting those demons. That's where the battle begins. The battle, the World War III is going to start with you. The first bombs and the first missiles, the first casualties, you understand, is going to begin right with you before you see it in real life. Before you see it in real time, you got to fight. That's why the scripture says the kingdom of heaven doesn't come by observation. See, the people in the Christian church, they're not changing. They're just waiting. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything.
Right.
But you gotta fight. You gotta fight right here. You gotta begin to change and put away things. You understand? And look within yourself, man. Why do I feel like that, man? Damn, this happened to me. Man, I gotta move on from that. I gotta change this. I gotta forgive myself for that. Changing yourself within, man. Becoming a new creature. That's what's gonna bring back the kingdom. That's what's gonna bring back your king. You becoming a new man. You understand? Salakia, read that again from the top. Salakia, barbershop. You do 28.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
In his what?
In his heart.
In his heart, his mind. Your heart is your mind. You committed adultery in your mind. And therefore, that seed, or that, I'm gonna say seed, because it's something that grows over time. If you don't kill it, if you don't destroy it before it grows, it's gonna grow, and then eventually you're gonna be doing it in real time. You understand? You're gonna be doing it in real time, be like, damn, why did I do that? Oh man. You know why? Because what they say in the word, like they say this in the word, it's really true. If you can conceive it, or if you can think it, you can conceive it, something like that, right? If you can think it, you can achieve it. If you can think it, you can achieve it. So let's say if your mind is thinking sin or thinking something that is contrary to what the Lord is saying, then guess what? You thinking that, then you could do it. You understand? That's why you got to fight the battle in your mind. You got to fight the demons right in your mind, so that you won't go and do those things. You won't go and commit those acts. You won't go and commit adultery. You won't go and sin. You won't go and break God's laws. You'll change because you changed it in your mind. You fought it in your mind. You went back within yourself and fought the demons that you fought the beginning of it. Where did these thoughts come from? What are the things that I've been battling all of my life? You see what I'm saying? You've been battling some things all of your life, and you've never went back and fought them. That's how you change, man. You tearing down the old you to become a new, completely different you. You understand? To the point where they don't even recognize you no more. They don't even recognize you no more because you're not the same man. You become like the butterfly, a new creature. I put on a new garment. I'm a new man. right? If I could, Baba Shah, let me get Mark. Let me get Mark 7:20. Yeah, Mark 7:20. 20, yeah, 20. Because Christ said, he said, you've committed adultery in your heart or in your mind. We'll just show you that your heart is your mind, right? We're gonna go there and we're gonna move on. Go ahead.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 20. And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. Verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications.
Oh, you said evil what?
Evil thoughts.
That's out of your heart. That's what you think. You think with your heart. Your heart is your mind. That's what it is. That's what your heart is. Your heart is your mind. This is what you think. This is how you move. This is what you understand? And what comes out? Evil thoughts. Right? Go ahead.
Adulteries.
Adultery.
Fornications.
Fornication.
Murders.
Murders.
Verse 22.
Because you talking about murdering the brother, like, you got to think about how to plot and what you're going to do. You get, even if it's in the heat of the moment where the brother got to run to his car and get his stuff. You understand? Because these thoughts are in your mind, and this is where you got to battle it. You have to change your mind so that it'll prevent you from committing the act. The act is already being done in your mind. And if you don't battle those thoughts, you understand? Like, they're demons. These are, yes, of course, indeed, these are demons that you have to fight. Right? They're demons talking to you in your ear, telling you this, that, and the third. Sing if you're going to do it. But I'm going to tell you this, man. If you go and do those things, the demon's not going to be in the council. You understand? The demon ain't going to council with you. The demon ain't going to jail with you. The demon's not going to, catch diseases with you, like cancer and AIDS and whatever thing that you do that leads to the judgment. The demons ain't going to be like, oh, man, we done got this. No. The demons are in your ear, but you got to stop it. You understand? You got to take accountability. Accountability is something that, something that the world runs from. And we got that from the white man. Flat out. We got that from the white man. He runs from accountability. That's why he's run. The scripture says he's a fugitive and a vagabond because he's running from judgment. He's Esau. Esau is running from judgment. And you can't inherit, like, we can't inherit that culture. That's not who we are. That's not our identity. That's not how we're going to change. That's not how we're going to get out of this hell that we're in. We have to take accountability. Like, damn, I got to stop doing that. Man, I'm wrong for that. Man, I shouldn't have done that. Man, I got to move on. I got to change from that. Not the demon. You can't say the demon. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame the demon. I gotta say me. I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna smoke no more. Or, man, I did that. I messed up. It won't happen again. Salaki, sir. I made a mistake. I'll never do it again. That part right there, that accountability, that takes away the power from the demons. That takes away the power from the demons. It's almost like taking crowns. A crown represents power. You're taking your crown back, taking crowns back. You understand? Take your power back from the demons. Say, you know what? I messed up. I'm not going to do that anymore. Or I live like that. That's how I was living. I'm going to change. I'm not going to do that no more. And the demon's like, damn. He's holding himself accountable. I can't. What I'm going to say to him? He's going to change and not do the things that I try to convince him to do. You understand? And the demon's going to try to find other ways to get in your mind and all kind of things like that. And you have to constantly be on guard. And I say that meaning like, just like Christians, they are just waiting, right? Like the scripture says the kingdom of heaven doesn't come by observation. Then guess what? Why would I wait for anything to try to tempt me? When you should already have a mindset of war, like a war mindset. I'm in war, always. So when the demon comes and you already waiting, I'm trying to tell you this. You do that, demons, you're gonna. It's almost like walking to the room, and you don't expect somebody to be in the room. You can feel the shock, like, oh, the demon. I caught the demon. I caught him. Keep doing this. Keep on fighting. Stay in a war mindset. The battle's just not out there. It's right here in your mind. The war begins right there in you, in your mind, in your spirit, you understand? How you think. Don't be all lackadaisical and relaxed and calm. That's exactly, you ever notice that's when the demon comes to tempt you? When you're at ease and, oh man, I'm just chilling. That's when the demon comes knocking on your door, on your thoughts. Because you're not really on guard like that. You should be thinking like, damn, oh, there go the demon. I caught you. No. And then just like how Christ said, no, I don't do that. That's unlawful. All right? You understand? It's a war. It's a war. The war is going to start within you. You learn how to fight these battles, you understand? Then you're going to be unstoppable. You just can't be stopped. You cannot be stopped. You understand? Let me get that script. Let me get, man, where'd we go? Let me get James 1 and 12. Let me get James 1 and 12. Matter of fact, before you get that, let me get Ecclesiasticus. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me get Ecclesiasticus. Let me get 2 and 1, and then we'll get James. All right.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. See, what it is when you come to serve the Lord, you learn the law of God. You learn the commandments. You learn what to do and what not to do. You learn that the old you, that's not the way I should live. I shouldn't live like that. I should become a new man, a new creature. I should do what the Lord said. The law is within you. You open this Bible, you put that book in your mind. So therefore, now what? Read it again.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So now the demon is going to say, well, let's see if he's really going to follow that. I understand it. Okay, look, his brother, he didn't change. He didn't change his life. He don't do that no more. He don't live like that. He don't smoke that no more. He don't chase after the same kind of women no more. This brother changed. I see he trying to follow the law of the Lord. Let's see if he's really real about that. Let me try to tempt him, test him. You understand? That's what the demon's gonna do. But it's gonna wait till you're comfortable, till you think everything is cool. That is the art of war. Like I'm telling you, that's how war is really fought. You wait till you like they used to have something called it's like a military term where it's called morning watch, something like that, morning watch. And they use that term, the definition to wait till your enemy is resting. Like like you, if you're gonna go attack your enemy, wait till maybe 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, when everybody's relaxed, everybody's tired, most people are sleeping, nobody's keeping watch. Most people are not keeping watch. So you go and attack your enemy during those times when they're at their most relaxed or when their guard is down. That's how demons work. This is why demons come to you when you're alone. Okay? When you're by yourself, when no one is around. This is when you're going to be tested. And this is why I would say a brother would really earn his crown. Because it's easy to fight demons when you're amongst your brothers. But when you're alone, this is when you're really tested. This is when you're really tested to see your pedigree, to see who you really are, to see if you are the man that you claim to be and you say you are. See, the scribes, the Pharisees, they weren't that. They said that they were one thing and they weren't behind closed doors. They couldn't fight those demons. And guess what? When Christ said, when a woman was found committing adultery, and Christ said, he without sin cast the first stone, they were confounded. They were cut. He cut the hell out of them because they know whatever they was doing in the dark. They know that they weren't the men who they claimed to be. That's why you got to be completely different. That's why you're tested in the dark. You're tested when you're alone. That's when you become a new man. That's how you know. That's when you know it. When you know you become a new man, is when you're alone. When nobody's around, that's when you know. I've changed. I'm definitely not no longer. I'm nowhere near the old man. You understand? But you understand right now, like maybe you might be a Christian in the world. You might be a brother in the world, brother, trying to come into the school, and you wonder if you can do that, and you can. There's brothers that have come from the hardest battles that you can ever imagine, and guess what? They're new men right now, right here in the Isupk. They are new creatures, man. You can do it too. You can. You understand? The battle begins with you. You got to start fighting today. Start fighting right now. Start fighting those demons right now. You understand? And we'll come to that in a second. Read that again from the top of the show.
Oh, God. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Verse 2, set thy heart aright.
Get your mind right. Get your mind in the game. Get your heart, your mind. Get your heart aright. Get your mind straight. Stay focused now, because this is where the battle is going to start right now. It's not going to start. You waiting for the damn America to fall before you start fighting. No, the battle is going to happen right now with you. That's when the war going to start. Yeah, look at Russia, China, Iran. Look at North Korea. Look at the war. Look what's going on. The United States government is falling apart. Yeah, look at those things. Pay attention, but understand this: that fight that you waiting for, it's gonna have to happen with you first. That battle, that war. Our culture is built on having a warlike spirit or a warlord spirit. You understand? You are a warrior. Our forefather Jacob was a warrior. He fought battles. He fought a battle in his dream. This is how he got his name. You ever notice when you fighting? When you fight, that's when you start getting your new name. Because what you do when you come in here, you shed yourself of the world so that you can become a new creature. But brothers know that this part is not easy. It's not an easy thing to just change. It might take some time. You understand? Just like when you were a baby, you had to learn how to walk. But before you learned how to walk, what was you doing? You wasn't walking at all. You wasn't doing any damn thing, but just sitting there. Then after a while, you start crawling, getting those muscles stronger until the point where now you can stand up. And after you can stand up, then you can walk. That's how the truth is. Being born again. You're a baby. Getting strong. You've been sinning for 10, 20, 30. I said 10 years old. I mean, some brothers, right? But you've been sinning for like 18 years, 20, 30, 40 years, and then you find the truth. Yeah, it might take some time to change. But that doesn't mean, okay, well, you learned you found the truth and you can take your time. I'm telling you, I'm urging you not to take your time. Because everything that you want, it's going to happen within you first. You understand? Like, the treasure is in you. But you're trying to chase the world and get the things out of the world when the Lord put it in you already. Didn't Christ say the kingdom of heaven is within you? But you gotta tear some things down. You gotta destroy burn down that old house that's in you. The old house meaning that place, you understand, of sin. That little thing that you keep in the back of your mind where you reminisce. Burn that down. Start tearing those things down. Those things are tearing you down. You understand? Now is the time for you to destroy those things so that you can bring forth the real kingdom, and that's in you. It's with amongst each other. You understand? Amongst the brothers. And because we all change. That brother's not smoking. That brother's not committing adultery. That brother's not lying. He's not living like that. And we've all changed and come together. Now we can build a kingdom. Now that's within you. Within you now, that changed, man, that can now come to fruition. You can now build something. Because just like we said earlier, right? If you can think it, you can conceive it. I forget how it goes. If it's in your mind first, you can then achieve it. But it has to start with you. You understand? Like, we can't build no kingdom, and what you bring is that old house, that old dusty house of sin that's within your mind that you kept reminiscing and trying to hold on to that damn thing. You gotta let that go, because that can't go into the kingdom. That can't come. You can't build. We can't build with that. You understand? You're gonna need new brick, new. You understand? A new house, so that then that can come into the kingdom. The kingdom is up with us. We all got to do our part. You got to change. You got to change. I got to change. We all got to fight and tear down those old places and build the new places. That's what's gonna build the kingdom. You understand? Read that again from the top. So like,
verse 2.
Yep, verse 2.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Constantly endure, and don't make haste in the time of trouble, because guess what? You're gonna be faced with some battles that you're gonna feel like, man, I just feel like I'm going through this, going through that. Like, especially when you're going through things, when stuff starts falling apart, and you feel it almost, I want to say, hinders your outlook on how things are gonna go. Like, what else bad could happen? Oh, this is going on, man. Like, it makes you think that, man, what am I doing, man? I'm just falling apart. This ain't working out. My job is tripping. I'm about to lose my house. I mean, damn, all this problems, man. And then the demon's like, well, you gonna smoke? You wanna do this? Why don't you just try this, just to get this instant gratification? You know, instant gratification is just something quick to satisfy your urges. The urges this is how it happens, right? You're going through some trauma or some pain, some kind of battle in the world with the white man's, kingdom, in this kingdom, with bills, your job, your car breaking down, whatever it might be, your rib tripping, it's something. And then guess what? Now you're looking for something to make you feel better, something to help you escape. I gotta just feel better, and that's how the demon's working. The demon works just like that, but you have to recognize that. Recognize this, that the battle, it's not about you. What's the word? Don't give in to the demon. Why? Because this is where your strength is. Your strength is right there in the fight. Like, sometimes you kind of gotta look at demons like that, as a way to gain strength. It's almost like when you're lifting weights and there's that resistance from the weights, right? And it's pain from you pushing back. Guess what? You keep pushing and you're gonna gain muscle. This is how it works. You gotta learn how to fight, just like you lifting weights. Just like when you're running, you start feeling that pain in your side, you're like, damn, I want to stop right now. But what happens if you stop? You'll never gain that extra mile that's really within you. That extra mile is you continually to endure, to push through. You gotta fight that. You gotta fight when the demon comes to talk to you and try to get you to go back to your old ways. Why? Because that is where your strength and your power is. That's how you're going to gain the muscles. You understand? And I ain't talking about, you know, the muscles in the weight room, right? What they say, little profit? Right? From exercise, get little profit from exercise. But if I exercise this, you know, what they say in the world, I'm gonna say that they say this, right? I'm gonna say they say this in psychology. They're not saying the world, but in psychology, they teach that, you know, the mind is really one of your greatest assets. You understand? And when you're doing hard things, your mind gets stronger. It's the same way your spirit is when you fighting demons, when you resist the urge, when you consistently resist and fight against it, just like you're in the weight room, your spirit gets stronger. You get stronger. Isn't it obvious? You understand? It should be. Christ taught this. You understand? Didn't he fast? He tell you the only way to get rid of some demons is if you fast. You fast, you have to what? You have to resist the urge to eat, and sometimes, you know, to drink. Resisting it because I'm going to prepare my soul. You understand? Getting the strength from the resistance. You get strength from fighting demons, the resistance. Keep reading.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Say that one more time.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Cleave unto the Lord and depart not. Stay right where you at. Don't move. Don't let your mind wander off into this fantasy or this, you know, I'll say a false reality that the demon's trying to lay out for you. Another possibility, another door, and you go and follow what the demon's trying to tell you, then guess what? You're gonna find yourself walking through that door, and it's going to destroy you. It's a trap. It's a trap. You understand? It's a trap that is hard to come back from. I pray you understand. You begin to fight those demons right now in your mind. Then you got another possibility. Maybe you can be greater. Maybe you can be greater than what you are. You can be even greater because you keep resisting and gaining the strength from the resistance. Who knows who you really are? You can become something greater because you consistently fight. That's what we fight for, right? To get that new body, to become like we used to say, brothers when Christ come back, we get new bodies. Well, the new body is really the inner you. So the inner you. But if you're not just like we work on the physical body to get the body that we want. We get working the muscles out in the gym, running, eating, changing your diet. But if you're not working on that spirit, then what is your new body gonna look like? You didn't work on it. You just stayed the same. It's no different than a fat man on the couch watching TV, not doing a damn thing, but he wants to. I wish I lost weight. Oh, I just wish I just changed and just, man, I wish I looked like that. I wish I just went to the gym. Yeah, you wishing, but you ain't doing a damn thing. That's what you got to do with your spirit. You got to work on you. Working on you. It's you versus you. You versus you. You versus the old you. You understand? And that's a fight, man. That's a fight worth fighting for. You are worth fighting for. You. But you got to know that. Don't you know that? You got to know that you are worth fighting for. You understand? As a Black, Latino, Native Indian, yes, you are. God damn it. And you need to get up and fight. Just like a fat man should get up off the goddamn couch and work out. You got to do that with your spirit. It ain't just about your physical body. You trying to be swole, yeah, that's cool. But if you're not doing nothing for your spirit, if you're not fighting those demons, then what are you doing, fat man? What the hell are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there? You're never gonna change? You're gonna keep on eating that? You're gonna keep on living like that? Nah, man. Nah, because you know what? The Lord, the reason why you're hearing this, the reason why you might be a Christian at home or a brother in the school or whoever, the reason why you're hearing this is because the Lord wants you to be better. The Lord knows that you're worth it. Damn it. You are worth it. You got to know that. You got to fight for it. Fight for that inner man. Fight for the spirit that's within you. You want to clean you up. Become clean. Become stronger spiritually. You can be a strong man too. And I ain't telling you not to go to the gym, but you got to fight those demons right in your spirit and your mind. That's where your strength. That's your new man. That's him. You understand? And who knows, man? Who knows, man? You keep fighting, man. Who knows? Who knows when? We're good. Keep read that again, Bible Shah. Salah.
Khan, this is book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end.
What? It's like read that one time. He said that. Read that one time. It's like it.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right. At your last end, you're gonna be increased. You understand? And increased in your spirit, like spiritually increased, and you understand, you know. Okay, for example, let me say it like this. You know when is it Mark or Matthew? Can you give Matthew 12 and 43 for me? Matthew 12 and 43. Just to show you what the last end of a man is when he don't fight. Right?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, right, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house.
All right, the demon is trying to return to his house. The house is you, right? The demon left you, or the spirit, the demon left you. The unclean spirit, he left you, and this is when you start to change and become a new man, a new creature, and you start fighting, right? And then the demon comes back. Hey, man, I'm trying to come back to the house, and he sees that you've cleaned up, you've changed, you made some changes, you started, become a cleaner man. You don't eat the same way, you don't talk the same way, you don't even dress the same way. You become a new creature. Right? Keep going.
Then he said, I will return into my house from which I came out.
I will return to my house from which I came. Now, he's been living with you for 18 years. He's been living with you for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Just rocking it out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smoking together, drinking together, fantasizing together, doing whatever in your mind or in reality together. But you kicked him out, and now it's noticing that you've changed, right? Keep going.
And when he is come, he finds it empty, swept and garnished. Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
So when you give in to the demon, let's say if you're going through something hard, some hard time, something rough, something that you battling, I don't know what it could be, and then you give in to that old demon. Oh man, now 7 more demons, more worse than the first. So now you got to fight all these other demons, because what are the demons who come with that? With the thing that you did, you got guilt, you got depression, you got anxiety, I got to fight all these damn demons, and now I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to come amongst the brothers. I don't even feel good, but let me just leave. Let me just leave the truth, because that's just much easier than being around these brothers and they don't even know what I'm dealing with, because I don't call and get counsel. I don't even fight when I'm by myself or nothing. Nope. Well, damn, I guess the demons when took you over there. No. Hell no. Keep reading.
And they dwell in, and they enter in and dwell there.
Yep.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Say that one more time.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Damn, didn't we just read something like that in Ecclesiastes? The last state of the man who don't fight is worse than the first. You understand? You waxed worse. You didn't increase in the end. What you fighting for? You gonna fight? You gotta fight, man. You gotta fight so that you can be changed and increase. You can become that man, a new man. You understand? Somebody who you just didn't think that can. And I never thought I can be that. That's not something I never even see myself. Why? Why don't you see that stuff like that? Because that's who you really are. If you fight for that, if you go within yourself and start fighting those demons and tearing down that old house, that old thing that you reminisce on, tear that. I almost cuss. You tear that damn thing down, man. You tear that damn thing down and then rebuild. Because you are greater than what you think you are. You are black man, Latino, Native Indian. That's why the Lord called you. You understand? You are great. Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we are a great nation. There is no nation like us on the face of the earth. Right? So why would I look at myself as, damn, I'm just, nah, man. Guess what? Guess what the demons is counting on? For you to feel like that and think that. So that way you be like, yeah, man, you ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You might as well go ahead and sin and just do what's the point? That's what the demons is lying at. Why do you think the white man wants you to think that? The white man wants you to think that you're nothing, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. They've always thought that. Why do you? Okay, damn. We go back to when the conquistadors and the damn pilgrims came over. What did they try to give to you? They try to give you Christianity, Catholicism. Follow our white Jesus, our white God. You guys are savages. You guys need white Jesus. And then in slavery, where they taught you that the only way you're gonna get a kingdom or be happy is when you die. You're right now just be obedient to the slave master. That's what they taught you, right? Because to think that you're low and nothing and worthless, then guess what? You can tell you can do. Now you don't have nothing to fight for when you are worth fighting for. That's why we go out, because we're trying to. We want to save the children of Israel, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. From what? From the culture that we learned out here. And that culture it's anti-you. You understand? That's why the white man give you porn? Porn is free, right? You look at porn, it's free. You can freely, it ain't got to pay for it. Why is it free? Because they want you to destroy yourselves. They want you to be stressed out with your jobs. I want to say jobs, let's say slavery. She's stressed out with your slaveries, stressed out with bills, stressed out from the childhood trauma and all the living in the ghettos and the barrios. So now you're going to try to find instant gratification so you can feel better. Let me go buy a box of Newports so I can feel better. Let me go do like this so I can feel better. It's all a trap. You were something, black man, Latino, Native Indian man. Yes, you are. You understand? So like, where we at? Okay. Let me get, if I could. Let me get James. My bad. James 1:12.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
He shall do what?
Receive the crown of life.
See, when you fight, when you choose to fight, that's when you receive the crown of life, man. You earning it through war, through warfare, through the battle. You understand? A lot of times you're tested when you're alone, when you're by yourself. That's when you get tested. You just got to keep on fighting and keep on enduring. You understand? You can do it. Yes, you can do it. It's not impossible. That's bull. You understand? You can be greater. Yes, you can. You understand? And it starts right there in your mind, that battle, man. That silent battle. It starts with you. All right? If I could, let me get where we in time? Oh, Slocky, brother asked a question. He said, "What's the smoke?" Brother, we burning incense, man. This ain't no cigarettes, man. I don't know. I hope he ain't think that. Nah, brother. These are incense, man. We burning frankincense and myrrh, brother. You understand? That's what that is, man. Let me see. So you understand, yeah. All right. Okay, let me get let me see here. Okay. Let me get Genesis 32 and 24. Yep. I think that's right. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him.
Hold on, read up real quick. So like, and he said Jacob was alone, right? Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because that's where the battle is fought. A lot of times it's fought when you're by yourself. You understand? That's where it's proven at. That's where you're truly proven that you are becoming a new man. And nobody's looking. You understand? Like, so like read where you got.
Verse 24.
And
Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Verse 25. When he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. Verse 26. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." Verse 27. And he said unto him,
this is Jacob fighting with the angel. You understand? He's warring with the angel right now. Keep going.
Verse 27. And he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob." Verse 28. And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel."
His name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. Right? Keep going.
For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed.
Because you know what it was? Jacob's name became Israel. And Israel means what?
Prince of power.
Prince of power, son of God. You understand? You only proving that you're a son of God when you fight, just like Jacob fought. When you fight against the demon, you're doing it. You're fighting. It's like you earning your name and becoming a new man. You understand? And our names, like, you know, we get a new name. You get a new name, and it means something. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, like, you know, what Christians might be watching. You get a new name in here, all right? That's our culture. We get that from Jacob. Jacob got a new name. I mean, damn, we go all the way back to Abraham. Abraham got a new name. You understand? His rib got a new name. You understand? when you are tested or tried, it's when you fight for the Lord, when you fight against the demons, this is when you earn your new name. And your name means something. You understand? And then you got to ask yourself, are you living up to your name? Are you living up to the name that you was given? Like your brothers got strong names. Are you living up to that name? So that's the name that you was given based off of your spirit. Who you really are. You understand? That's look. That's something worth fighting for. My name ain't no longer Jerome. It's not my name. I'm the Qual. I'm clean. Right? So when you fight for that, that's who you are. That's our culture. All right. So like keep reading? Or is that on it? Is it on it or what? That's it on there, right? I think so. To all. All right, let me get Revelations 2:17. That's gonna be the last one. Any questions? Let me see. Huh?
Where were you also?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 17. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith to the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone.
Is that what I want to? Okay, you can go there. That's fine.
And in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it.
You understand? So we have to overcome, you understand, our old man, who we were, and who we were is really of our oppressor's culture. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we have to fight the demons in our minds so that we can overcome, you understand, the powers of the world, the powers of, you understand, Christianity and Islam, and you understand the white man's culture. All right, and the battle begins with you. The battle of Armageddon begins with you. World War III, it starts with you. It starts right with you, man. You understand? So with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer of 50, Zakari. Give him a hand.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We're at ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. War for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They will be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission to head and speak to a brother or sister. Then another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 10-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get a treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, do an offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, the next high holy day is the memorial of the Lord of the Trumpet, which is the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September 21st, 2025. This can be found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. And with that, I pass the class back to Priest Council 1000 and the Paul on the Howard.
Yeah, right out the water. I forget. With that, I'm going to remind you. I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Mahdi Shabbat, Mahdi, Barak, Habashim Yahweh Shabbat, Sar. I'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters, Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Madam, Rock,
Yahweh Shalom, found by Shimmy Shot.
Gang Utah, dismissed.